Hello, Pisces. This is Julie with Into Heartspace. We're here looking at the energy surrounding you for December of 2016. Happy holidays to everyone out there who celebrates. And thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, giving comments, and just being here with me on this journey. So I really appreciate and am filled with gratitude for all of you. Thank you so much. If you would like to get a personal reading, you can find me on my website or you can email me, both in the description box below. The information is there. Also, I have started a Twitter page and Facebook and I am doing a daily tarot inspiration card for everyone who's interested. All right, calling in the highest of energies, the highest of light, to guide us on this journey for Pisces, December 2016. What messages do we have for Pisces? December 2016, what are the messages? What are the messages? Okay. Okay. And the energy that's coming in from November is the Knight of Cups. So this could be a message coming in from a water sign. So it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It could also just be a message that's coming in that is emotion based, that it brings in an emotion for you. Also, the Knight of Cups, it could be a person who is, in their mid-20s through 30s, maybe early 20s too, coming into your life, who exhibits like a water type energy. But I feel like it's more of a message. In the center of the reading, we have the unconscious reversed. Then we have the Nine of Discs, Two of Discs, Three of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, Four of Discs, the High Priestess, Four of Cups, Ten of Discs, then the Fool, Page of Swords reversed, and Seven of Discs reversed. So in the center we have the unconscious reverse, so it's a blockage of some sorts, getting yourself to a higher energy, a higher level. You know you want to go there and you know you need to go there, but you're just not ready. You're not ready to embark to that next level. And that's where the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups could be coming in, is trying to help you get to where it is that you want to be. So the unconscious is, just not connecting. When the unconscious, it's the Hanged Man, also known as the Hanged Man. It's, just not connecting with with some aspects of your spirit. And it just might be uncomfortable or challenging, or you could just be exhausted too, Pisces, and you don't have the capacity right now to physically go there. Then over here in love, we have the Nine of Discs and the Two of Discs, and then we have the Three of Wands reversed. So if you are in an established relationship, it feels like someone in the relationship feels really content and happy with where the relationship is. Of course things could be better, but all in all, things are going all right. The other person, however, feels like there's something kind of out of balance and they need to get something together, get something right in the relationship. Like it doesn't feel right. And it's hard to, carry on in this relationship if, there's something out of balance. With the Three of Wands in reverse, it's hard to see a future together. it's hard to see where it's actually going. So what I would suggest is, I feel like the Nine of Discs person is possibly more in love with the other person, and so they're able to kind of overlook the flaws, overlook some of the warning signs that are going on. And then the Two of Discs, on the other hand, is saying, hey, something's out of balance, I don't feel right, but I don't know what it is, and so it's hard for them to voice what they need. So if you are the Nine of Discs and you're so in love and so happy in a relationship, make sure that you're taking, tallying up where everyone and what is going on emotionally, physically, mentally for you and your partner, because something could be up with your partner that they need your help with, and you're just not acknowledging it because you feel like everything is fine. Now, if you are the Two of Discs in this relationship, then you need to talk to your partner to solve this, because they think everything is going great and they don't see any problem. So if you're feeling left out, or if you're feeling unsure of where this is going, they are not on the same page with you in that regard. So if you want to salvage this relationship and go forward with it, then you really have to tell them, hey, I'm a little unsure and uneasy about this, and talk it out with them. If you're just meeting someone, it's very similar with the people who are in an established relationship. You could be really excited about the person and not looking at all their flaws, but you're still like, there's still something here that's saying, like, I don't see a future. This is what's linking these two together, is this card. The Three of Wands is saying, I don't know where this is going. And that doesn't mean that it's going to dissolve and you guys are going to split up and it's not going to work out, but there is this sense of uncertainty about the whole relationship. And if you are single, I think, like, if you do meet somebody this month, Pisces, it might not just be like the end all be all love of your life. It could just be somebody to help you find your own balance within yourself. But I don't see like it being like a long relationship. All right, so with career, we have the High Priestess, we have the Four of Cups, and then we have the Ten of Discs. Okay. So this is actually an interesting spread for career. I absolutely feel like you are the High Priestess in this little trifecta. You are totally in sync with your emotions when it comes to your career or your job. You get where you want to go. You have like this intuition. You know what's going to happen before it actually happens, and you know how to control your emotions when things don't go your way. And because of that, you are succeeding, and you're going to keep succeeding. The only thing that could stop this success is not being grateful for where you are. We have the Four of Cups, and so this is like, I don't want anymore, I'm done. But in this spread here, it's kind of like saying you've been given all of these amazing opportunities or these amazing moments to make yourself even better in this situation, and you have to take them all. Take them all and enjoy them and be creative about it and grateful about it, and don't turn it away, because as soon as you turn it away, it stops. It's all gone. So the moment that somebody says, hey, here's a gift, and you go, I don't want your gift, they stop. The gifts will stop when it comes to your career. But you have the potential for this to be very satisfied with where you are in your work category. And I think and some of you might actually be delving into spiritual work, into healing work, and you feel like, yeah, Pisces, I think some of you are realizing your strength when it comes to healing, and that you could actually make this into a job. Okay, yeah. Pisces, if some of you Pisces resonate with that, let me know. In finance, we have the Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Discs. So I feel like somebody is cutting you off financially. It could, it could be a partner, it could be a boss, it could be your accountant just saying, you can't spend any more money, stop it. But and they're just saying you've got to stop. You're living outside of your means. And this kind of this upsets you, that you want to do certain things. And I feel like it's because you can see the possibility when it comes to career, but it's just not, you're not there yet. You still need to save, you still need to keep everything inward. When I say keep everything inward, I mean keep everything in the bank right now. Not to go on a spending frenzy and let it all out. Because if you do, I think you'll regret it. And you've been warned. If you have Pisces, if somebody has said, hey, you might want to just lay off the spending, I really feel like you should take heed to that. And just save a little bit more this month. I know it's like the month of money going out with, the holidays. You want to celebrate with everyone, but you can do a lot of things where you don't spend a ton of money. And so it's just, you need to be a little bit more creative so that you can have money in the bank in January. All right, so, and then health, we have the Fool, Page of Swords, reversed, and then the Seven of Discs, reversed. So I feel like a lot of Pisces people are working really hard to stay physically fit, and you feel, kind of euphoric about it, and like, this is the right path, but you just don't see the results. Like, you're not seeing, you might not be losing weight, you might not be building muscle mass, those types of things, but you feel great. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, I mean, this is kind of like it could be a message, but I feel like it's somebody maybe that you work out with, or maybe somebody who's helping you out with your health. And so they basically kind of poo-poo what you're doing and say, oh, that's not enough, you've got to do more. And so it kind of messed with your mind in a way. And, but don't let that happen, because if you are feeling better because of what you are putting in, how you are taking care of your body, your mind, and spirit, then that you're on the right track with it. Just because you all of a sudden didn't lose 15 pounds doesn't mean it's not working. You could be not losing, you could be building muscle mass and it's taking longer to like see the weight come off, or there's a lot of different things. So anyone who's kind of like saying, oh, you're not doing enough, you need to change your diet, you need to change the way you're working out, like, listen to their advice, thank them for it, and then you better than anyone else. So take that into consideration, that they don't know how great you feel, like, physically. And if you're not feeling awesome physically, then this is a time to do something that is joyful and fun. So instead of just, if you're not a big gym person, or if you're not a big, I don't know, I'm thinking of smoothies. People are really into smoothies right now. Then, don't do it. Go do something else that is completely different than that. Go ice skating and, have some yogurt with strawberries. There's other things that you can do that are healthy and fun. And this is the time to experience them. So let's call in the angels and see what messages we do have for you, Pisces. Pisces, calling in the angels, what message do you have for December? What added guidance? Wow, Michael just keeps coming up. Archangel Michael. You're working very closely with this powerful angel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. So Michael's got your back in all regards. So even though you're feeling a little stuck and you're trying to figure out, spiritually, mentally, physically, where you need to go, like you're just, like some, you are the high priestess in some regards, but you're also, not completely there in other situations. Archangel Michael is there for your support, to give you strength and to guide you during all of December. So when you feel lost and when you feel like you don't have the strength to do what it is you want to do, or you don't feel like you have the capacity to keep up with where you want to be, call on your angels. They will give you a little bit of wind in your wings and keep you going and help you find the balance that you need to. Okay. So as an added bonus, I wanted to pull from the Animal Spirits Knowledge cards, and it's an animal that you can kind of call on through December just as support, your spirit animal for the month. And notice if you see them around you more, not necessarily the actual animal, but maybe in a drawing or in a book or in an ad, or just a thought of them. See if they appear for you, and when they do, take that as a message. Okay, so let's see. Seahorse. It's the seahorse. This is strength, guidance, transformation, and feminine energy. So the seahorse is, a symbol of power, and and also bravery, and it's linked to Neptune. So, look, if you have a chance, go look up Neptune in your birth chart, in your natal chart, and see, what's going on there. But the seahorse is also, just gorgeous, and does have a feminine energy, but is very loyal and is able to shift into the energy that it needs to be. It's a symbol of physical and spiritual transformation. Its role is to guide times of change. So you are, and absolutely, so you have, this is perfect. Michael and Seahorse shifting the unconscious to where you need to be. This is awesome. So you're getting there, and this is just, once again, I just got chills when I saw Michael and the seahorse together, because you have all of this support, this spiritual support that's guiding you through your entire month. And I feel like now, like the Knight of Cups is actually your spirit guides and your angels offering you emotional splendor, and it's time to drink from that cup, and it's time to take that in and acknowledge all of the options that you have to get you to this. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for watching this reading. If you would like a reading, you can find me on my website, or you can email me. Thank you so much, Pisces. Happy holidays. So much love, joy, and blessings.